Greetings YouTube, Yoda123 here, and I am back for another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. I almost said Final Fantasy VIII then, for some reason, I don't know why, but this is definitely not Final Fantasy VIII, this is Final Fantasy XII. And in today's episode we're going to be eliminating a few optional quests, more specifically a couple of hunts. And the first one we've already picked up. The other two that we're going to be doing won't become available until after we've done this particular hunt. So without further ado, let's get on into it and get cracking. And at the moment we are at the Westersan Gateway, and our next story objective is just through that doorway just there, but we're not actually going through there just yet. Instead we're actually going to go out into the Dalmasca Westersand. And we just want to come out into this first area here, and of course because it's our first time here we get a nice little intro cutscene. And I've actually gone and purchased the map for this area so I can see where everything is, although as you can see it's all a dull black colour right now because I've not explored any of this particular area yet, but we will do eventually as we go. But for now we're just going to be sticking with this first area, and we want to be aiming for the top left corner of this area. So let's gather these treasures as we go. And so it should be, the target we're after should be around here somewhere. Perhaps a bit further away from the left corner. Oh, no, we don't want to go that way. It's also a good idea to just clear some of these enemies as you go as well, otherwise they will interfere with the fight. So, where are we? Where is it? It's here somewhere, I know it is. Let's try going up the middle bit here. Ooh. We're stuck on a ledge here. What's going on? There we go. This blizzard's not helping, I must admit. Well, it should be here. What's going on? Where is it? How very strange. Something very strange is going on here. It should have popped up by now. Where is it? Am I looking in the wrong section? Let's try over in this bottom corner. Ah, there it is. Okay, well, when I took it on earlier on my off-camera profile, it was in the top left corner, so it must have shifted itself. That's interesting. Well, anyway, that's that hunt done. We just two-hitted it. So with that, we can now make our way back to Rabanastre. Let's find our way through this blizzard. Oh yes, something I forgot to mention in my earlier episodes. You'll notice that as you kill more of the same enemy, you'll get chain links building. And the higher your chain link goes, the better chance you've got of getting rarer loot and more of it. And you'll know when you're getting a better bit of loot because, as you just saw a minute ago on my one, I had that silver coin drop on the floor, which specifies that I got a rarer item. I do apologise, I should have mentioned this sooner really, well, more towards the beginning of my guide, and I didn't, so I thought I'd better bring that into it now. So we're going to make our way back into the centre of Rabanastre here now, and back to the pub. So we can go and hand this hunt in. And, oh, actually, while we're here, this Moogle here, if you want to get the map for where we've just come from, the Westersan, he's the one that has it. And you can purchase it from him for a mere 500 gil. So if you're wanting that, that's the place to go for that. Okay, so, right, we need to be heading north here, and then northeast. And into the pub. of Sansia. And actually, I'm just remembering we haven't seen Mont Blanc in a while either, so perhaps it might be wise to go and have a quick chat with him as well in a moment. So we have 2 hunts that have popped up here, the flowering cactoid and the wraith. And we're going to be dealing with both of these hunts in this episode because they don't take very long. We can probably cut through them pretty quickly, I reckon. So before we head out to our first hunt, we're just going to quickly nip up to Mont Blanc and see what rewards we can obtain. So let's go and do that now. So if you remember from our earlier encounters with Mont Blanc, to get to him we have to make our way across to this side. And he will be just inside the clan hall here. And eventually he will give us some hunts to do, including the almighty Yazmat one, which I live streamed some time ago now. I think it's actually been about 3-4 weeks now since I did it, possibly. I'm not entirely sure. Yes, we did defeat a pack of Flans, so we get our reward for that one. And we went up against the Firemane, that's the fire horse looking boss that we took on our exit of the waterway. And then the Mimic Queen, that's the one we dealt with inside the Barheim passageway. Oh, he's actually got some marks for us to do. Oh wow, I was not expecting those to pop up just yet. Okay, well we'll go ahead and grab those then. But we won't be doing them just yet because, well I mean we do have access to the geyser plains, but I think really we're a little bit under leveled now because the mobs that are in there will have gone up a level now, if I remember correctly. Oh, that's my phone ringing, excuse me. Right, sorry about that guys and girls, I had to take that phone call, I do apologise. Right, where were we, what were we doing? Oh yes, we were picking up some quests from Mont Blanc, weren't we? So we've accepted the first one, let's grab this other one as well, which is a Roctoise. And we're going to be in Burbage later on, so we can have a look at picking that one up later. Oh yes, I remember that one now. We won't be able to get down there straight away though, but we will get it done at some point. Anyway, moving on then. So we did pick up the other 2 hunts, didn't we? I swear we did. Bear with me one moment guys. Sorry, because I took that phone call, it's thrown me off a bit. I need to remember what I have and haven't done. Oh yes, we did pick them up, that's fine. Right, so from here we want to be heading back past the Sancia and heading south. And we're going to go and grab, well, we're going to go and speak to the petitioner of our first of the 2 hunts that we're going to be doing in this episode. And while we are walking our way down there, I'm going to take this moment to just give out a little bit of info here. I'm going to be recording this next load of episodes in a relatively big bulk, just purely because we are coming up to the run-up to Christmas now, and I'm expecting things to get very hectic for myself, and I'm probably not going to have the time to get these recordings done after this, so I want to get as much done as I can now. Because obviously things are going to get... Basically, I should probably point out that I'm a cinema host, and because I work in a cinema, things are going to get incredibly hectic up on the run up to Christmas, because obviously all the kids are going to be coming off of school, and yeah, so things are going to get a lot busier, which means I have to deal with a lot more hours of work, and so I will have a lot less time to get this lot done. So as I said, I'm going to try to get as much of this done as I can now, so that you've got enough episodes to keep you guys going over Christmas. And then hopefully after Christmas we'll get back into the normal swing of things. Or at least that's the plan anyway. Right, so we need to be making our way down to the bottom here. Again, you could take on the dinosaur if you want to, but I'm not going to just yet because I don't feel that my team will be strong enough to deal with him just yet. And the guy that we are looking for down here is this gentleman here, Dantro. And the hunt that we're going for is the flowering cactoid, which is in just the next area on from where we are now. So we've got a little bit of dialogue to get through here. So the cactoid that we're going after is that one in the middle there, the one with the flower on his head. As you can see, they're going to now run off into the next area, which is where we're going to be dealing with them. And I should also point out that once we have damaged him a little bit, he is going to try and do a runner. So we should probably be prepared for that. Now, when I dealt with him on my off-camera profile, I took him down with just Van on his own, and I was just using an Arcana spell known as Darkra, and it did shred him pretty quick. So this time round I'm going to use all three of my characters here, and I'm going to see if I can take him down any quicker. Also, another thing to take into account with the cactoid is he does, like in all other Final Fantasies that the cacti pop up in, he does use the 1000 needles attack, which, as you can probably gather, does do a clean 1000 damage. And given our character's HP right now, that is pretty much a one-hit KO. So we're going to need to be careful of that as well. Right, let's see if we can't find him then. And I believe in order to find him, he should be... There he is. Is that him? Have we got him? Yep. I think we've got the right one. He certainly looks different from the others, so I'd certainly say that's him. And we probably should have cleared these mobs out of the way first, I must admit. I have screwed up a little bit here. Right. I am going to cheat a little bit here. I'm going to use a dark mote. This will wipe out everything in the area. Well, within my near vicinity anyway. Why is Balthier not doing anything? What's going on? Those gambits are definitely on, so what's going on? Why is he not... Let me have a look at this a second. Hang on a minute. See if that helps. Right, where did the Captar go? Where's he run off to? Thing is, if you let him get too far away, he also heals up as well, so we need to try and make sure he doesn't get away. So where's he gone? Where did he run off to? Tell you what, let's clear some of these mobs out of the way as well while we're here. That way he's got less mobs to hide behind. So if we eliminate them now. Ew. Okay, I've run out of high potions. Looks like we're back to normal potions for now then. But that's not an issue, we can roll with that. Right, where has the little short ass gone? There he is. Right, what I'm going to do here is I am going to set up a new gambit here, and I'm going to come across to my arcane spells, and I'm going to set up dark, and we'll select foe any for now because there is no other foes around. And what we're going to do is shove this towards the top. Actually, do you know what? Let's have a go at stealing from it as well, see if we can get anything useful out of it. Oh, we managed to steal something, but it happened so fast I didn't see what it was. Right, okay, let's now switch those gambits around. And we'll start using that dark magic. It should pretty much take him out. There we go. And that's the Cactoid. Oh, Bash has gone down. So that's our first hunt dealt with. Let's just chuck a Phoenix. Actually, yeah, no, we will chuck a Phoenix down because we're quite a distance from the save point, aren't we? I was just trying to save items for a moment, but it should be alright. Right, so we now need to make our way back to Dylan, which is this way. And also doing this quest that we've just done, or hunt rather, it's actually part of a side quest later on as well, so you will need to make sure you take that one out. We get 500 gil and some potions for our trouble. Right, our next hunt then, to end this episode, takes us to the lower town of Rabanastre and the waterway. So first things first. Oh, did I just aggro? No, I didn't. It's fine. We don't need to run for our lives. It's fine. I thought I might have accidentally aggroed the dino then for a second, but nope. It's fine. We're fine. Could have turned out to be quite a disaster, but it's all good. Right, we'll just use the save point a second, recover our HP and whatnot. We need to go to the lower town now from here, so let's come out of here and back into the main, well, what I like to call the main plaza. And from here we want to go towards the south gate, which takes us towards the Giza Plains, but we're not going to be going to the Giza Plains just yet. That's later on. And instead we're actually going to divert ourselves to the left here and into the lower town. And we want to be headed, let me just get my bearings a second. Right, we want the top half of the low town, so we want to be heading north all the way to the top here. And our petitioner is this I think is it a lady? Yes, it's this lady here. She's got her head crutched around the wrong way. I can't really see very well. And she tells us that she wants a ghost eliminating, which is inside the Garum Scythe waterway. And lucky for us, it's not actually that far into the waterway either. It's going to be quite a quick find. Now, I should point out this thing hits hard, or can hit hard, and it does dish out a very nasty dark magic known as Doom. Or I say dark magic, it could also come under the category of time magic as well, I suppose. Either way, it's still a nasty spell nonetheless. And that spell is, as I said, Doom. And basically, Doom is almost an instant KO. You basically get a number counter above that character's head, and when that hits 0, your character instantly dies regardless of what your HP is on. Okay, so here's our target, which is the ghost, as I said. And right now it's actually going quite well. And there's that Doom spell I was on about. And this is actually going quite well. I've not had to heal at all yet. That went better than earlier. I'm impressed. Doing quite well here. Right. Now, I know this isn't the way out, but the reason I'm going into here is because just on the other side of this door is a save crystal, which I'm going to use to just clear out that doom that's been put on us. Since all 3 characters have been doomed, and it would have meant that all 3 of us had dropped down dead, and we really don't want that right now. Right. So now that we've taken out both of those hunts, we're going to make our way back to the Sancia to... actually, do we want to make our way back to the Sancia? No, we don't. We want to go back to the Petitioner first and hand that in. And then after that we can make our way back to the Sancia quickly and see if any more hunts have popped up. Because I cannot for the life of me remember when the next load of hunts pop up. And then after that, we are pretty much ready to go on to the next piece of the story, which takes us to Burbage. Okay, we get 500 gil, an ether, and some gauntlets, which I don't think I have the license unlocked for that yet. Right. So from here we're gonna... Ooh, there's a chest there, let's have that. Ah, tough to Phoenix down. From here we're gonna make our way over to the stairwell here, back up onto the streets of Ravenasta. And from here we're going to head south, and I don't think there's any more hunts to be done for now, but we're going to stick our head around the door here anyway just to see if there is, because if there are any more hunts on the board we might as well grab them now while we can. Makes sense. Oh yes, we still need to turn that one in as well, don't we? I almost forgot about that. Alrighty then, so that's that one handed in as well. And at the moment there are no new hunts to be done, so we can leave that as it is for now. And now we can make our way down towards the Westergate and get ready to take on the next piece of the story. And I think I've just gone the wrong way, haven't I? I have gone the wrong way. What a numpty. Right. I am pretty much going to bring the episode to an end here now, because I've covered everything I wanted to cover. And I will see you all in the next episode, where we shall continue on with the story. So if you've liked what you've seen today, then let me know in the comments section. Hit the like button or be subscribed to my channel. It all helps me out at the end of the day, so that I know that I'm actually doing something worthwhile and that I'm not wasting my time. And like I said, I'll catch you all in the next episode. So thank you so much for watching. Bye bye for now.